Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today, we are going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Episode 15. We're getting there. We got quite a few episodes left of a lot of these shows. I think schedule-wise, I'm going to do basically what I did last week. So, as I'm filming this, today is Friday. Jujutsu Kaisen also comes out on Friday, as all of you know. But I think Promise Neverland you're going to get on Friday. Jujutsu Kaisen is going to get pushed to Saturday. Yashahime is going to get pushed to Sunday. And that's just how the schedule is going to go. So, Wednesday, Re:Zero. Thursday, Dr. Stone. Friday, Promise Neverland. Saturday, Jujutsu Kaisen. Sunday, Yashahime, Princess Half Demon. I think that's the schedule we're going to stick to for right now. Didn't seem to affect too much when I released Yashahime on that Sunday. I actually released it fairly early. I released it at 10 o'clock in the morning because I had it already filmed and ready to go on Saturday. Yes, Saturday. I got to plug in my laptop. I'm losing my screen. So I think that is what we're ultimately going to do for the schedule. So let's get into the review here. So we have Kasume versus Zenin. That is going to happen next episode. Kasumi, if you don't know, that's the girl with the bangs and the blue hair, kind of cute. Likes Gojo. It was actually kind of funny because at the end of this, we got a little bit of what everybody likes personality-wise in the opposite gender. And she was like, I like hot guys, of course, so I guess Gojo is considered a hot guy. So, who knew? Who knew? I don't think of anime characters as hot. I think of some of them as cute looking because you got the big chibi cheeks, things along those lines. But it was kind of funny because Gojo was like, I kind of like girls with her general personality. I was like, that's kind of interesting. Maybe that'll be a thing in the foreseeable future. But the bulk of this was going to be a bunch of fighting. So the main group, Fujigiri, Panda, etc., all of them realized that there is a good chance that they would go attack Itadori altogether because the principal told them to kill him. And they know Itadori, they realize he's a decent person, he is a friend, but to all of these other Jujutsu sorcerers, as Panda said, he is just another curse, another demon, whatever you would like to call it. He is just kind of a scare tactic, a threat being Sukuna's vessel. Obviously, Gojo is more interested in him eating all of the fingers, and then, taking care of him afterwards if needed, if Sukuna fully takes over. But the goal, obviously, is for him to eat all of Sukuna's fingers to get rid of those cursed objects so they are no longer around in the world, granting other curses more power than they already have. So that makes sense. But to the principal standpoint and to these other Jujutsu sorcerers' standpoint, it's kind of a fear tactic. They don't know what will happen. They know Sukuna was extremely powerful, and they'd rather have Itadori just die so that way they don't have to deal with him anymore. Luckily for us, Todo stepped in, and he was like, hey, back off, he's mine. The one student asked, hey, are you going to kill him? And he was like, well, that's up to Itadori, how strong he is. Because I think Todo, he's kind of in the same boat, but now he's best friends with Itadori. At least in his own little mind, he had his own little sequence after he asked him, hey, what type of girls do you like? And he was like, kind of tall girls with big asses. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. And like Jennifer Lawrence, Itadori said. And Todo got this whole little sequence in his mind of him going up to, them being in high school together, looking at magazines together, just being buddies and friends. Him professing his love to his idol, she turning him down, and then them hanging out and getting ramen together. And then they had a big fight as well. At the end of it, we get to see Todo say, hey, how are you going to be on my level and be my friends if you continue with that level of weak power? You're going to have to get better, get stronger. And he noticed the kind of delay hit too with the cursed energy, where obviously Itadori hits him first, and then you get that second hit. And the stronger the opponent, the less effective it's going to become. It's, obviously it's going to be like a little bit of an aftershock, but somebody as strong as Todo, who seems to be on par, if not stronger than Itadori, based on what we saw, it doesn't really do much to him. He's not really taking a lot of damage. Itadori got a really good hit on him at first, but Todo basically punched him, slammed him into a tree, and repeatedly kicked him. And he was like, and I thought it was funny, he was like, hey, you're trying to make me dumber than I already am? You keep bashing me in the head like that? And obviously you saw from the thumbnail, Itadori is a bit covered in blood after that whole scenario. But Todo even said himself that he thinks that Itadori, despite his size, is physically stronger than him. He doesn't have as good control over his cursed energy as Todo does, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with there, but it seems like they are both evenly matched. I don't know what the heck is going on with Todo's skin. Like, he's getting blows, he's definitely getting injured, but it doesn't seem like he's really got a scratch on him, on the outside anyway. Maybe he's hurting a little bit or bruised a little bit internally, but with all those giant beefy muscles, maybe it's like a giant armor for him where it kind of semi-affects him, but not fully. Meanwhile, Fujigiri and Panda and everybody else are kind of separating the students, trying to take them out in order to defeat all of the curses. We learn that the student's teacher cannot decide what level they are at. That's actually up to a different staff member. So, for example, Gojo would not be able to say, oh, Itadori is rank 1. It would have to be somebody else, one of the other teachers, one of the other principals, possibly Lori, so someone along those lines saying, oh, this is how powerful I think he is based on what we're seeing. They're all clearly being have surveillance somewhere. They're watching everything going down. So they know which rank to assign them. Obviously, the higher you get up, the more money you get paid when you go after curses. We learn that they do get paid by Kasumi. She was the one, or Miwa, M-I-W-A, Miwa, I think it's Miwa. We learn that she is kind of poor, has 2 younger brothers, and wants to be a higher level to get paid more money to help support her family back at home, which is kind of nice. She seems to be like a nice, reasonable person, and I'm sure we'll get to see her more in the future as well. She has some sort of crazy sword technique that Itadori just massively dodges, like, really well. He seems to be very good with gymnastics. Actually, if you're familiar with Dr. Stone, his movements are almost similar to that of Homaru's, the gymnast, and that where he is using the elements around him, the trees around him, to do kind of crazy gymnastic moves to get out of the way and dodge attacks by Todo. So that was very interesting to see how that played out. But we know that everybody knows that the principal is trying to kill him now, and the students are just going to follow it because they don't know who Itadori really is, and you put that in their mindset, hey, he's just another curse. They're going to treat him like he's just another curse without knowing who he actually is, what he's actually like, even though he has kind of that fun, go-lucky attitude, unless he's in a serious situation. And I'm hoping he just kind of gets to display how he is. I'm hoping Todo goes back to the other ones after they fight, after Itadori gets stronger, because that's what's going to happen. Basically, Itadori is in a training session right now with Todo, where he is going to get significantly stronger because he is fighting a stronger opponent. Definitely pulling aspects of Dragon Ball Z out of there, where it always seems like Goku is down for the count, but the stronger the opponent he fights, the stronger he himself gets, and gains some sort of new crazy ability to overcome that opponent. And it just keeps on going forever and ever. At least with Dragon Ball Z, that's what it seems like, never ending, with the power-ups, the transformations, all that fun stuff, etc. So I think that's what's going to happen with Itadori. I think he's going to learn more how to use his cursed energy. We haven't seen Sukuna yet, so that leads me to believe Sukuna may be coming out during one of these battles. As I said in the previous review, I think this would be a great opportunity for Sukuna to take over for a full minute, knowing how powerful he is, and just kill everyone. And I literally mean kill everyone, because if he kills a bunch of Jujutsu sorcerers and they're out of the way, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Itadori because Gojo may actually end up having to kill him if it comes down to it. And it's going to be good for Sukuna because Sukuna now has a lot less enemies to deal with. Maybe yes, maybe no. We don't know. Itadori has, I believe, 3 fingers in him at this point in time. I think Sukuna may wait maybe another year. Needs to get more fingers, get more powerful, because ultimately he's going to want to be able to defeat Gojo, which I don't think in the present state he has the ability to do at his current power level. So we'll have to wait and see how that whole situation plays out. I think that pretty much sums it up. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 too. 3 8 out of 10s this week so far. Definitely a great episode. Waiting for next week. That's going to be on the edge of my seat a little bit, because they do. They like to leave you on a cliffhanger, and it annoys me. I forget about it, and then I get left on another cliffhanger, and the cycle happens all over again. It's never ending. If you managed to make it this far, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future anime and cartoon-related videos. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.